Basement Bookers Podcast.
What's up? It's your boys, Basement Bookers Podcast. I was going to make a really bad joke, but I didn't want to do it anymore. Welcome to the show. We're going to do this episode. There's look, I can't do this. Look, this is. I'm getting sick and tired of these 1 o'clock shows on Saturdays. Okay, I'm tired.
When
I've
are we
had it up
supposed
to
to
here.
game?
What about my life? All right. Everybody knows that WWE is our time zone. All right. You should have to wake up 1 o'clock and watch that stuff
Mm-hmm.
because that didn't have nothing to do with me. But fine. We're fine for once. For our millions, all 70 subscribers, maybe one or two in or around Berlin. Maybe they're going to be there, and they'll be remiss. I would be remiss if the champion, the most rizzest, baldest man, Rich the Riz, will give you words of encouragement.
Well, I am, of course, super prepared for that. I absolutely knew that was coming. That was not a surprise. Okay, just so you know. And words of encouragement for our fans in and around Berlin and Germany. Thank you. We appreciate you. Go enjoy Bash in Berlin tomorrow. Please limit the singing. That's a UK thing. Let's keep it there. We don't need it to spread. It's not anything worth spreading. There's no vaccine for it. There's not going to be a vaccine for it. It's just keep it there. Don't sing quite so much. Yeah, we got predictions. We got last week's. I think it was All In. We got results of that. We may or may not have a new champion on the show. We'll find out.
First of all, I want you to apologize for just saying shit that we might not be able to deliver on, because this was supposed to be a Basher Berlin episode.
Yes, we
All
have Bash
right,
Berlin.
and we can't if there's time, that AEW will be discussed. We can't have you going around honeydeeing everybody,
You're
thinking they're
right.
gonna get a little bit of this, and then it doesn't happen. Because I
You're
feel
right.
like AEW All In deserves more time than we'll probably be able to allot here. You
That
understand what I'm
that that
saying?
that is an excellent point. I apologize to all of the Bookiverse in case we do not get to
Just in
All In.
case.
Right.
Just in case.
Right.
Because a lot happened, but not really. You know what I mean? Like a big thing kind of maybe happened,
Mm-hmm.
but not really.
Mm-hmm.
But there was, okay, so let's not waste any more time. Zero, 8 out of 10 on you being able to pick up the ball that I threw to you over there. I don't know what that was. I don't know. Maybe you've encouraged somebody.
Words of encouragement.
Maybe little Ludwig out there, with his Ludwig Kaiser shirt on.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, someone named and that looks like me, exactly like me, probably.
Mm-hmm.
What with strong genes. So
Indeed.
yeah. So let's get let's get going here. Let's talk. We weren't we I didn't watch SmackDown until today. And I could have not watched SmackDown and been fine,
Mm-hmm.
is what I learned from watching that specific episode.
Yeah, this is last week's SmackDown from August 23rd.
Yeah, Friday.
Yeah.
Because today's Friday, but
Today's Friday. Tonight, we're recording Friday afternoon. SmackDown has not yet aired for us. We have not looked at spoilers because it's pre-taped, of course, because Germany. And yes, it is about 4:30 in the afternoon, hour New York time.
I do have a spoiler. I know who challenges LA Knight for the United States Championship because of X.
Yeah.
And it's probably pretty easy to guess. He's already made a cameo on this episode. So, it's very easy. He's already been mentioned in this
Mm,
episode. So, who's
mm.
to say? But yeah, that's going to be pretty Interesting. So let's talk more about that. So I just need to say Solo Sokoa still sucks. Um, you just switching championships. Here's so it's Tonga Loa. I don't know. I don't think it's switching because like didn't Tonga Loa and the other guy beat DIY for the belt anyway.
Yeah, Tongaloa was the champ. No, 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 no,
So
no,
him and
no. It was Tomatonga and Jacob.
okay, so
Camacho was out injured already.
I understand it, but I don't understand it. Well, how is your reward having your championship taken from you to just be Solo's bodyguard? Like you think he'd be rewarded for what he's done?
I think the story to that is that a promotion within the bloodline is more important than a title.
I
Also, let's just
don't
call it
like that.
let's call it Freebird rule and just keep going because that's what WWE wants us to do.
I'm just not a fan of like belts being just transferable,
Hmm.
by handoff. Like I feel like I'd be a hypocrite if I didn't say something about this. I don't like it, but it is part of the storyline. I just, you know what I mean? Like I don't understand it.
Yeah, like I said, the tag titles can like that could always sort of be explained away as like a Freebird rule. If one of them gets injured, Jacob will just step in and defend it, and it's like he's a champ. He is really legitimately one half of the tag champs. If WWE is okay with it, which it seems like they are, then who are we to judge? Oh yeah, we're fans with the IWC. That's right.
Yeah, you're not Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green, she was there with like, all right, I don't understand this segment.
Hmm.
So it's pretty deadly, and Tiffany Stratton are backstage, and they're trying to glue gun the crown of
Hmm.
Nia Jax's back,
Hmm.
and the gun says pretty sticky. So
How did I not see that?
because you weren't looking for it.
It was also
So
a week ago, but yeah.
for me today. So
Yes.
she's Nia Jax shows up and she's throwing her weight around. She's saying, "Listen, fix it."
Mhm.
And they're like, "All right, we're gonna do that." And they go and right there just happens to be like, all right, maybe you can hide Chelsea Green, but Piper Niven is more than Chelsea Green. They're
Mhm.
just right there in the corner, just talking shit.
Mhm.
Like, okay, so they came over there to make sure they were there,
Mhm.
right? It's like this is not a direction choice. It's that they're assholes, right?
Yeah.
It has to be that
Yeah.
they position themselves there to talk shit,
Mhm.
and that if we were in charge of that, like that wouldn't even what happened. Like we would have taken care of Chen. What
Mhm.
she's just gonna stab you in the back or whatever.
Mhm.
They're
Yeah.
still trying that stuff.
Chelsea's just stirring the pot,
Well,
and
Chelsea's upset. Chelsea Green would be Miss Money in the Bank if it wasn't for Tiffany Stratton.
yep,
Makes
and
sense.
yeah, and they're still working on Michin.
Chen got a video package.
Mhm.
She was very happy. They decided WWE they paid for a rage room, and a rage room is you go in there and you smash stuff. You
Journey.
just get like
Break stuff.
yeah,
Mhm.
just like in there. Like you got to be careful though, because like when you breaking stuff, it can kind of backfire.
Yeah.
You got to be careful.
You probably got to sign a waiver because you break one of those tube TVs, a shard of glass can cut you.
Look, I know what they do. Okay, first of all, what they do is they make you watch a video,
Mhm.
and it's not even on a TV screen, it's on a tablet. You
Mhm.
watch it on a tablet, and then they make you and it's like, don't do this, but be careful of this, and make sure you wear your protective. She didn't have protective gear for her eyes,
Nope.
so it's probably different for her because it's a production thing, but I'd imagine they give you goggles so like you don't get shrapnel in your eyes or something.
Hmm.
And they're like, you got to wear your goggles and this, and then you sign on the tablet, and you can go in and you can have fun. And this is how much time you get.
Yep.
And I've never been, but maybe one day. And she's like, yeah, they used to say I was uglier and I didn't look good, and maybe I was too fat. But look at me, I'm a wrestler, and I'm going to wrestle all over the place. That's not exactly verbatim what she said. The transcript's available on their video, and you
There you
can check that yourself. But that
go.
was a brief summary, expertly by me, by what she said. She's got a street fight against Berlin. I mean, not Berlin, against Nia
Mhm.
Jax in Berlin, and it's going to be something. It's going to be something, and you're going to be like, oh my God, and then that. And then we're going to go and we're going to continue this on because I got something to say.
Yes.
Look,
Can't
Monday
wait.
Night Raw, the big news out of Monday Night Raw was that Braun Strowman got tsunamied on top of a car.
Hmm.
And my response is as predictable as one might believe. I don't care. It's nothing to me. Like, Braun Strowman has like been on the like, I know what they're doing. It's like he was he's the monster among men. Look at him.
Hmm.
And now look what this wide man can do. It doesn't matter how big you are,
Hmm.
because Bronson Reed is wider.
Yeah.
You can't stop the circumference.
So Braun Strowman has given us feats of strength in his day. Bronson Reed is giving us a feat of size. One is something you work on. The other is you're just big.
One of them throws weight, the other one throws their weight around.
Yes.
I think that's what my read of it is.
Right. I mean, I appreciate that they are trying to. I think they're not doing a bad job of trying to get Bronson Reed over, trying to push him as a monster. Crowds are reacting to him. They know when he comes out, there's going to be some chaos. Someone's going to get splattered. The car thing, uh, I didn't love it. Maybe let me see some strength out of him as well.
Yeah, I think he just throws his weight around.
Hmm.
I just don't think it's going to be in the cards for you there, buddy.
Yeah, that
No.
flying elbow was good.
Yeah.
I think they called it a tope suicida. It was really a flying elbow, but I mean he's topeing out of the ring. But whichever. That
Honestly,
was surprising. Hmm.
they messed up. They should have done this when Pat was still there. Like, he does it. Corey Graves does a tsunami as well as Pat McAfee does. I'm sorry. It's just not. It's the way of things. It's a fact.
Hmm.
The rules are the rules here. But yeah, let's not stay there too long. What do you think of Bo Howdy's first match, official in the WWE, when he takes on Chad Gableford,
Yeah. So
who has stated he is American made, in case you
yes,
weren't understanding.
yes, he is definitely MIA, made in America. Now, so I watched that match on Wednesday. It took a couple nights for me to watch Raw. But I had seen online. I didn't see spoilers, but I saw people defending Uncle Howdy, Bo Dallas, online, defending him in this match. So that got me to thinking, oh,
What's there to
wait,
defend then?
that's what I had in my brain, right?
Okay.
I had that in the back of my mind. I'm like, I'm gonna watch this match. I'm gonna analyze the match. I want to see if I can see what these people are defending him against, because obviously they had to have been someone talking some trash about him, about his performance in the match. So I remember I have 3 notes about that match, and I'm gonna about Bo Dallas's performance, and I'll give my overall review of it. A, he's clearly having a hard time with such long hair. That was an obvious thing. Like, he kept going, like trying to flick it out, and then eventually he's just like, "What?" I feel like they're probably gonna cut it at some point, which is fine. I don't think it's a major thing for the character. You got to be able to work normally. Number two, maybe he was a little gassed towards the end. I get it. It's been a while. Also, since he was last regularly wrestling, he's put on some weight. So he's not going to be able to perform at the same pace for as long, especially given how long he's been out. And then third, I feel like for the character, he was playing to the crowd a bit much. The the hook of that character is mystique. Playing to the crowd the way he was breaks that mystique. It makes him more Bo Dallas and less Uncle Howdy. All of that being said, I thought it was a good match. I thought his performance in the match was good. I didn't see anything major or even minimal, medium to critique about that match. It was a good first match. What happened happened. Let's move on. No need. I don't see why anyone was saying anything bad about it. What do you
Well,
think?
I'm not going to move on until I give my opinion. As
Mhm.
a podcaster with a headset, that's my right. Now,
That's right.
exercising my First Amendment basement booker's rights.
Mhm.
Um, Look, I don't know about Gast. I just thought he was like trying to put on that Bray Wyatt weight. I feel like he needs a little bit of that weight because otherwise he's just like that. He's Bo Dallas, you know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't have like I
Mhm.
I I understand you're not the eater of worlds, but you need to come up with like the essence of a man who would eat a world. So
Mhm.
you need room in there. So all right, good. So you might want to put on some little. You don't want to get too much into the Huskies territory. What you want to do is you want to put just enough bulk where you can get yourself a little bit. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? You get over there, do the pull up and the pull down, plank a
Mhm.
little bit, roll around in some sauce. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Right in there. Get in the cheek. You know what I mean? And then get in there, talk to the rocks guy, talk to the rocks guy, talk to bronze guy, and let's see what happens.
Mhm.
Here's what we want. Bray Wyatt, he was built different. He was built, he's his body's that way, but you have the ability. I don't know if you have the ability. Maybe you do. You could get jacked, bro. You could get
Ferrari engine in a Sherman tank.
all right. Well, that's not the problem here. The problem
Right.
is you don't need it. You could just be the tank,
Mhm.
and you can just have like you just be swole, son. You know what I'm saying? So get out there, talk to the rocks guy, and
Mhm.
then that's going to be your path to victory. In regards to the hair, yeah, too much hair. Why not dreads? Why didn't they go with the dreads, like the
Uh,
dreads look?
because Dexter's doing dreads.
Well, Bray was doing it first.
Yes, he was.
So really, I think yeah. So I don't think that just because one guy has them doesn't mean the other one can. I mean, it's attached to the mask, but like if the hair
Mhm.
needs to be, I think it needs to be a little bit heavier. Not like it's all light and flimsy. The hair there, it was
Mhm.
all crazy, and you have to keep doing that. So like
Mhm.
maybe like a different kind of fabric or whatever if you want to keep the longer hair, but just make it a little bit shorter. But I understand wanting the hair
Mhm.
because when it's less of it's like you're like Kane but worse. Like Kane was enormous. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? There's a mystery to Kane.
Mhm.
There's a lot more of Bo Dallas we know about, I feel like. And I feel like there's more Bo Dallas in Uncle Howdy than there is Uncle Howdy and Bo Dallas, just like you said before.
Mhm.
Um, a little bit of shenanigans, which it can't be helped. I wonder why Nikki Cross didn't handle the Ivy Nile situation, but having Rowan just carry the whole thing by himself makes sense because it's like what is she? He's just no selling her and just doing his thing.
Yep. And not a bad way to help put Rowan over.
Yeah, they shared a match WWE. It was a Survivor Series.
Mhm.
It was Team Cena versus Team Authority,
Mhm.
and on Team Cena was Eric Rowan. It's like one of these is not like the other. But anyway,
Wow.
yeah,
This
that's
is post Wyatt family.
this was Vintner. This is the winery guy.
Yeah.
And like I said, look, if they could bring that back and explain it to me, maybe that's why he came to this guy because he lost the family winery. He was really super depressed over losing his best friends in the whole wide world.
Hmm.
It's been 20 minutes. All right, let's move on to Bash at Berlin. And if anything else comes up, we'll just talk about it. Sorry, guys, but yeah,
Bash.
that AEW shit's gonna have to wait till later.
Hmm.
So let's start with the first match I have listed here
Hmm.
because this is what I think's gonna happen. Because I think if you can't close, then you might as well open, and
Yep.
that should be the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, as he takes on Kevin Owens for the WWE Championship. Rich Derez, we're just two guys talking. Obviously, you do not have the courage to face me in Berlin. So, if we were, who would you pick to win this match, and why is it Cody Rhodes?
It's Cody Rhodes because it doesn't make sense to take the belt off of him yet at all. And it makes less sense to give the belt to Kevin Owens right now.
True.
It's not necessarily that they're doing anything else with Kevin Owens, 'cause they're kind of not. He was feuding with A Town Down Under, and it's Cody. Cody's winning. Cody's winning. I guess you got Cody as well.
I do have Cody, because I'm not an idiot.
Right.
I feel like this is a good way to reward Kevin Owens for being there for Cody.
Hmm.
It also gives him an opportunity, which is smart from Cody because he gives it to him now. He's not going to like try to kick his ass later and use
Hmm.
it for a heel turn excuse. Now he can still do that after this is over. But I
Hmm.
feel like since Solo Sikoa has set his sight on the American Nightmare, that that's not going to happen. I think it's going to be respectful to friends. It's going to get crazy in the match, but
Hmm.
Cody's going to pull it off, and then maybe Bloodline shows up. But I don't know if you fly them all the way out there just to do that shit. So we'll see.
I mean, they've done crazy things. What about Kevin Owens teasing hitting Cody with the belt from behind?
Before that, though, could Jacob Fatu even travel to Germany, to Berlin? Like, I don't even know.
I don't
Like,
know.
they had to pull strings to get him into Canada.
Hmm.
So I guess it's
Well,
different for Canada. They have like strict laws or something for if you
yeah,
can get in there or not.
yeah, and we definitely, the U.S. definitely wants to keep a good relationship with Canada because friends close and all.
All right, moving right along here to this match there. Now, this is going to be the Terror Twins, which, only Terror Twins are born more than a decade apart. I'm pretty sure. So, Terror Twins versus Liv Morgan and Dirty, Dirty, Filthy, Stank, Smelly. He can't be smelly. He's turning into the Pete Davidson of the WWE right now. If you don't
For
understand
real.
that, it's like dudes who you just don't understand, and they just keep pulling all these like tens, just or like were tens at one point when you were younger,
Hmm.
and like you're like, why is this happening? You know what I mean? This is Dominic Mysterio. He's pulling it off. I mean, what do
It's like
we?
he figured out the Matrix code for it.
Yeah, I guess, or the Grand Theft Auto cheat.
Hmm.
So look, what do we? He put what he did was he put into charisma. He dumped everything into charisma, but his luck is shit. So that's why people hate him.
He's got
It's
the
just
charisma. So here's the he's got the charisma as long as he doesn't have a mic in his hand. Once the mic's in his hand, it's gone.
yeah. I mean, that's you could say that about a lot of people, and we're just gonna leave it at that. We're just gonna leave it at that, Ricochet. We're just gonna go and we're just gonna keep on talking. So
Pew! Shots
I
fired
mean,
and
listen,
ricocheting.
how do you not pick the Terror Twins here? I feel like even if it is against the Judgment Day,
Mm-hmm.
and they themselves have said that they are the bad guys, apparently. So it's an interesting matchup you have here. So I'm going to go for the heels here, uh, the Terror Twins, because they said they're the bad guys, and
Yeah.
that's I'm going to have to do nothing but believe them.
Say hello to the bad guys.
All right, well, let's get on with it. So this match here, wow, fucking CM Punk, man, you piece of shit. I fucking hate you. And Drew McIntyre.
Hmm.
Look, not really. No, just CM Punk, the character who can't keep his head out of his stupid ass. He might win this match. It's gonna make Cody really upset. That he got to do a strap match. Cody, get over it. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's gonna be that grimy CM Punk, and maybe he'll finally get that bracelet back. We don't know. We don't know, and God damn it, we don't care. Just
Right.
give it back,
Yep.
or
I,
just destroy it. That
the
should be the end
fires of
game.
Mordor.
That should be the end game. That he should just destroy it. But they're too many. They're cowards.
Hmm.
They wouldn't do that. Somebody made that for him.
Yeah. Yep. I also got Punk here. I think this is a good time to close the door on this. Let them go separate ways. I don't know how Seth is feeling, but
I think he's banged up.
mhm,
I mean, he had internal bleeding, Rich DeRiz. It
that's
was
right. He did.
serious. They bypassed the medical facility and took him straight to a hospital.
That's serious.
That is serious. When you bypass the medical facility and you go
Mm,
straight to the hospital,
mhm. So by medical facility, do they mean like web not WebMD, but like one of those little urgent care centers? That's the medical facility.
nah, I think it's the trainer's room.
Okay.
All right, so let's move on down to the Bash at Berlin, also taking place outside of the trainer's room at the end, probably because these ladies, I think Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, they should win this match. I don't think they're gonna win this match, but they should. You know what? If you're gonna do a title change overseas, you might as well make it the women's tag team championships. So yeah, I'd say Team BEST can grab those belts because honestly, whatever. Like what the fuck ever, dude. Like
No, I hear you. They're not. They're kind of not doing a whole lot with the unholy union. They're
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 the tag team
there.
champions.
They are,
They've
and
been
they're
defending
there.
the title too.
They
Whoa.
are. I feel like they need. I don't know. I feel like they haven't been. We don't know them enough.
So what you're saying is they need a decisive win over Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair because they didn't pin them when they won the titles. They pinned Shayna Baszler.
Correct, and that's why I'm picking the unholy union.
Wow. Well, it's a good thing no one cares about what I pick. So let's move on down the road.
You picked Bianca and Jade.
That's right, but no one cares. They
Okay.
don't care because it's not for the belt. It's just like AEW with their stupid championship eliminator match shit. I hate it. And why doesn't Swerve want the belt back? All right. Next up, Bash in Berlin, the main event, I'm assuming. The Ring Gunta versus Randy Orton. Randy Orton, who has recently signed another contract extension. He's going to do like another 5 years. That would make him the longest tenured superstar, like in history, like consecutively.
Well, it was from the time he's 19. So,
Yeah.
dang,
So that's a company man right there.
that that is.
So for this match, I'm going to pick Gunter. It's gonna be a long road. I don't think he's gonna. I don't think Randy hits an RKO. I don't think he gets to hit an RKO, and I think it's just BFT all day. Blunt force trauma, actual blunt force trauma. A lot of chopping, a lot of like throwing, a lot of back work. Like he is
Hmm.
gonna take Randy's back, and he's gonna make it his weak point focus. He's gonna put at least 16 points into it, and then he's just gonna go for it.
Yep.
He's going to put points into his back game, and he's definitely going to be on the reversals. He's going to be reversing all day, and he's not even going to have to use that much power, so he can bring it down a little bit. And he probably feels like he has got more stamina than Randy does. What with him being a young lion, Gunter even he said if Randy's last name wasn't Orton, he wouldn't fucking be here, bro.
Mhm.
All right. And that's talk, real talk. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So the gauntlet's been thrown down. You feel it? Do you feel do you feel it calling in the air tonight?
I
You
do.
feel it?
Do
You
do 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 do
and
do do.
Gunter's gonna win.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna win. It's not gonna be pretty. There's gonna be a lot of upset children,
Mhm.
and he's gonna have to go home and be a family man until Monday, where he's
Mhm.
back at it again. Maybe. Maybe he'll wait till Friday. Maybe he'll wait till Friday when he's supposed to be wrestling. We don't know if he can even wrestle after that. We're making a lot of assumptions.
Yes, we are.
You can't do
I
that.
have I
No,
of
you
course
can't do
also
that.
I of course also have Gunter, because they're not taking the title off Gunter. They're not taking the title off Gunter in Berlin, and they're not taking the title off of him now. It's Gunter's on a good streak. I think this moment in time, Gunter and his title are in more high esteem than Cody and his title.
I mean, you're talking a lot of shit. I think maybe if we're talking about Berlin, but Cody beat Roman Reigns, and that belt will always be the Roman Reigns championship that Cody beat Roman Reigns.
And what has he done since?
He's beaten AJ Styles.
Hmm.
He's about to beat Kevin Owens. He's beaten Solo Sikoa. He's just got to keep on beating more people. He's only been champion for a little bit. Who did Gunter beat? Damian Priest.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like
Gunter's had one title defense.
I think Gunter's positioned better right now.
This is outrageous.
Right now.
This is outrageous.
Right now.
Okay, so
But of course, this is
at
leading up
this
to
pay per
Berlin. So.
view,
Hmm.
at this pay per view, yeah, because that's exactly right because they were building towards this thing. And he's the guy there. Of
Hmm.
course, it's going to look great for him. And yeah, Cody, right now we don't, he's in the middle of something. He's in a lot of something. He had more title defenses than Gunther, man. Come on,
Hmm.
to be fair, you got to be fair. You're not being fair at all. And Cody, unlike Cody, like there's more expectation for Cody than there is for Gunther. There just is.
Yeah.
When you go around talking about how you want to carry the company, you want to be the guy that wave the flag.
Hmm.
That's a big freaking deal, dude. You
Yeah.
take that shit seriously, and people want to expect you to deliver on that, especially who you're following out from.
Hmm. You're right.
Of course, I am.
Cody had tremendous shoes to fill in Roman Reigns, and Cody's the guy. Cody's the flag bearer. But I think Gunter is positioned right now just more prominently, and that's correct for this pay per view
I'm
for
gonna say
where it is.
something right
Hmm.
now.
Hmm.
Everyone, including Roman Reigns,
Hmm.
has to compete with the tribal chief. Now, I want you to sit on that for a second. I want you to think about that because there might as well be two different people. That run is over.
Yeah.
So this run is just starting and has to compete with that run.
Hmm.
Okay. You're never going to, I've said it when he was champion, that people should really embrace the fact that you get to say that you experienced it because it's never happening again.
Hmm.
I'm telling you right now, AEW can try their best to duplicate this
Hmm.
with Jungle Boy of all people, but we'll get to that because I think we'll have time for that.
All right.
They are crazy people. They're out of their minds. This is to quote the great James E. Corden, this is about low mud show bullshit that they're trying to say here. This is
Hmm.
outrageous. It's
Absolutely.
outrageous,
Hmm.
slanderous, preposterous, cantankerous.
Yeah.
Carnivorous.
Yeah.
So anyway, I ran out of verses, and that's it for that. So really, who's excited for Bash in Berlin?
I'm a
Great.
little bit.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's gonna be fine.
Mhm.
It's gonna be fine. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna
Mhm.
be like, yeah. I will be watching live, of course. I'll be doing my thing.
Mhm.
Um. So yeah. Listen. Let's briefly, and by briefly I mean for the matches I have face cards for, we
Mhm.
will discuss AEW All In for the remainder of this episode. Rich did not lead you astray. He did not. But, this match, I don't know if you were able to watch Dynamite this week, but you should have, but you didn't. But maybe you did because we always watch Dynamite Rampage Collision Might
Mhm. That's right. We
after
do.
dark. And so,
Wembley.
yeah, like we're leaving this up not because I don't want to make faces or laugh at anything, but really it's to really highlight the Sting came back. Why can't when you're done. Okay? It's over. Stop coming back because then it doesn't fucking mean anything.
Right.
Holy shit. And just to get you diminish the people that went to see your final match. That's just like what Ric Flair did to me.
Yes.
I take that shit personally.
On top of that, right
He did it to
now,
me. Leave the memories alone.
I know it's a show. We all know it's a show.
We you know what, Rich? From now on, we don't have to. We know. We
I
all
know.
know.
I'm
But we'll still
trying.
do it.
I'm trying to work myself up to what I'm getting at without just actually calling people idiots,
The 70
especially
subscribers need to know the raw truth, Rich. There is.
veterans in the industry such as Sting. But
Well, more than love and respect for Sting.
so Darby's in the coffin, which is outside the ring on the ramp, and they're pouring lighter fluid on it, and it's Jack and the Bucks. Sting comes out. They're ready to light. They're ready to light it up. Sting comes out, and they leave the coffin and go into the ring. Why? Why?
Well, because then the next thing can't happen.
I need a reason. Besides,
Maybe it was too heavy.
no, I'm not asking them to bring the coffin into the ring, but like light it and then go into the ring. Or don't pour the lighter fluid. Like be about to pour the lighter fluid on it and then Sting comes out.
You know why? Because that makes more sense.
Why go into the ring?
And all that for didn't he still win?
The match was already over.
Yeah, but I'm like,
Jack Perry won.
but like Darby Allin lost. Why bring Sting out? You know what I mean?
To say, hey, Sting's here. Thanks, Wembley.
Fucking stupid. All right, let's move on. All right, you know what? We gotta listen. It ties in, so let's talk about it. So
Mhm.
Swerve Strickland, Daniel Bryan, Bryan Danielson.
Mhm.
So he's got to go home,
Mhm.
but not until he loses the championship.
Right.
So if you got your ticket, thinking you were going to see the American Dragon's final match, then you weren't. And that's okay because it was, career versus championship, apparently.
Mhm.
And did Swerve tap out or pass out?
I think he tapped. I think.
So Swerve taps out.
Mhm.
The kid comes in the ring. Danielson looking like Cody Rhodes' wet dream at the end of a match, just covered in blood all over his face.
Mhm.
Children come in, they're all, yay, Yay! It's a
Mhm.
happy celebration.
Happy blood.
Crimson Mask. Yay! She's probably used to that. He probably goes out there just like, I just need to feel. Stab me in the head with this nail file. I don't know, something. Anyway, uh, so it's a nice little moment there. We follow this up on Dynamite, where Danielson says, I was supposed to go home, but I'm not just going to leave this belt here. I got a few heads to kick in, even though my peers, they were cheering for me, and I saw that there were a lot of younger people, and maybe I need to get the hell out of here before they break my neck. But, at the end of the day, I got some heads to kick in. Then comes on the screen, pre-recorded, Jungle Jim Jack Perry, over there on there. He's like, listen, man, you're Brian Danielson Bryanson, American Ninja. I'm Jungle Boy. I used to be Jungle Boy, but I'm Jack Perry now. I buried Jungle Boy in the desert. Did you see that? I did that. And I beat Darby Allin. And look at me, I'm the real champion around here. So let me tell you what's gonna happen, buddy. You better look out behind you because I'm there. And then everybody's like, what? And then there he was. Jack Perry takes down Brian Danielson, Daniel Bryanson. I'm a little confused here.
Hmm.
Christian Cage won the Battle Royal brother,
Yes, he did.
and he's got a title match.
Hmm.
But is this like a Money in the Bank situation? Or, you know, because it looks like it's going to be Danielson Jack Perry at All Out.
I don't think it's a Money in the Bank kind of situation. I think it's just the next
So it's not whenever you
pay-per-view.
want.
Right. It's whenever Tony Khan decides to pencil it in.
This is ridiculous. Could we have? Hold on. Just level with me here.
Yeah.
Jack Perry versus Christian Cage for the AEW championship. Like if Brian Danielson were
Hmm.
to give into mental illness and put over Jack Perry and have Jack Perry be the TNT and AEW champion,
Hmm.
what if you unify the belts? Because what do you need a TNT championship for?
Aren't there 6 other singles belts?
Yeah, you've got the United States title, as I'm calling it,
Yeah.
held by Willie Ospreay,
Hmm.
and you got the FTW championship, which is in Rio.
Hmm.
And that's it. You got 8. You only need a championship, the mid card belt, and a tag belts.
Yeah.
And if you want, you can have him be a pantomime of Roman Reigns, like you're trying to do, because that's all I could see. He was trying to do the 2 belts like Roman, and I get it. Not everybody, he didn't originate the 2 belts, but still, it's a
Hmm.
little too close here. But it's strongly being considered, from what I understand, the rumors.
I mean, Jungle Jim versus Christian Cage, sure, but I mean, someone's
Jungle
gonna have to
Jim versus Christian Cage
pick
and
someone would have
Kill
to turn first.
Switch. Kill
Yeah,
Switch.
Jungle
The
Jim versus Kill Switch. Kill Switch turns face. Finally.
I was thinking that he joins Jack Perry and helps him beat Christian Cage. Like he turns on him in the match.
Mm.
And the thing I was
That's full
talking about
circle.
last week when I was saying it's time to stop this Luchasaurus shit because it's stupid.
Mhm.
Like Jungle Boy got rid of his. It's time for you to grow up. You're old. You're at least 65 million years old. It's time to grow up.
Yep. That's it right there. If you survived an extinction event, you should probably grow up.
You should probably grow up. You should probably just move on
Mm.
with your life. See, I'm
Hmm.
trying to help you, Luchasaurus. Talking down to you, even though you're very taller than me. Um, but why doesn't Swerve Strickland want his title back?
Good question.
I would like to have that answered. Apparently, he's re-signed for a very lucrative deal, allegedly.
Good Good for him.
All right, so good for everyone. Well, we called this down the middle. It was always going to be Mariah May. It was, there's no way around it. She did do the nude celebration. She lied. She lied. It's
Oh,
okay. Heels could lie. Um, I apologize if you could hear a vacuum because they decide to vacuum at 5 o'clock in the evening. It's usually earlier when they vacuum, but here we are.
fortunately, I could tell you I don't hear it.
All right. Well, maybe the noise canceling is doing its job, and we don't have to worry about that. It's okay.
Praise
But
be technology.
sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Hmm.
That's at the end of the day, it's all right. You just,
Hmm.
you got to just, you got to pay your rent and respect. So, moving on. What do you think of that? Were you happy with the decision? Was there enough for you there to really?
Yeah. Mariah May going over Tony Storm was the right call. I like the way they did it. I like the finish. Slapping her mom was definitely extra, but fine. Um, down for it. Let's
Yeah, yeah.
and like I said, let's see if we get another character change for Tony Storm after this.
Yeah, I think Tony Storm just wandered out into England after the show. She just wandered out into the streets,
Hmm.
so we don't know what could be coming back.
I should go find her.
It's gonna be
Shake
her
her hand.
music, her. She's gonna be back to herself, and she's gonna come out and she's gonna attack the other one. It's gonna be a whole thing.
Hmm.
Um. So yeah, look, she's fine. Like we said, it's gonna be okay. Um. Will Ospreay, bruv. He beat MJF, bruv, and boy, what a contest! He won it with the Tiger Driver 69 or whatever the hell it is. And then yeah, what do you think about that? Did you like his cool little entrance that he did?
Yep. I did like that. Good call. Um, you picked Osprey for this match. I had MJF, so congrats on that. That is one of the two matches that you won that helped you retain your
Listen,
title.
that's
Like I said,
unnecessary.
so well deserved.
That's it really doesn't belong to me. It really belongs to you. So
It
I'm
no,
just
it,
holding on.
no, it's
I'm just
all
hanging on to it.
it's all you absolutely epitomize the
I
WFC
hope
title.
a raccoon breaks into your room and bites your big toe. I hope.
Why?
All right. I hope that happens to you. And
Listen, at least hope for something that might not happen because you know I have raccoons right back
yeah, but
there.
they're civilized. It's not like they're uncivilized. All right, look. All right. So we're going down here to the Learning Tree, Chris Jericho versus Hook.
Hmm.
It went the way you would think it would go. Hook or by crook.
Hmm.
Um, and yeah, so what, Rich?
Yeah, so what? So you were right on this one also. You had Hook, I had the Learning Tree himself. We have Anu once again. Hook.
Yeah, yeah. Wow. We're gonna follow this up with yeah. All right. So overall, AEW All In. You know, there was one more story. There was a lot of criticism going around about this match. You know what match I'm about to bring up, Rich? There is
Yep.
Britt Baker versus Mercedes Moné, who
Mhm.
I've never seen Sasha Banks put on a show like Mercedes Moné did. Just want to say that right now for the record. So, Rich, what's your analysis here on that match? Mercedes
Stel-
Moné versus you know Britt
s-
Baker.
Stellar match, 8.5 out of 5 stars, I would say. Definite Meltzer barn burner. Good stuff, good sells, good heel work. Definite Sasha Banks is somewhere jealous.
Somewhere jealous. Somewhere jealous. She probably put on like 40 pounds.
Hmm.
She's out there. She's just fighting on the independents. just wherever she can.
So try and make a name for herself, trying to
You
get relevant
know,
again.
like a not evil version of Del Rio. Just just a different version of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I digress. Oh, did you hear that Del Rio's back, bro? He beat Nick Nemeth for one like a championship. I think a AAA championship, maybe. I
Hmm.
had no idea he was still doing stuff.
I figured he probably was. I figured it was down in Mexico. I thought it was CMLL though. So, but
Yeah, mate,
whatever.
whatever that is. Yeah, he
Hmm.
that thing. You know.
Consejo Mundial de Lucha Libre.
Fuck yeah, Lucha Libre. All right, Rich Derez, let's get out of here. Let's get out of town. We're gonna go watch some Lucha Libre, eat nachos, and all right, yeah. Fuck.
Dummy. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I am.
by the time you see this, SmackDown is probably going to be over. Enjoy Bash in Berlin. Let us know who you got. Give us your picks down below. Who do you think is going to walk away with the world title, the undisputed title, the women's tag titles, strap match? Who gets the bracelet? Let us know down below. The links are down there. You know what to do. And just got a party message.
I think the women's tag team match should also be a strap match. The match of life is scheduled for one fall. So make it count.
And do what the man says.
Follow the bookers. There's two of them.